Good morning, Westie lovers. Here we are, another episode for our Westies and Besties podcast. And this morning we're joined by the wonderful Rachel Bean, vet nurse and founder of canine first aid workshops around Britain. It's very difficult to catch up with this lady, let me tell you. So she's busy, she's here, there and everywhere. Morning, Rachel, how are you?
Hey, good morning, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, how
good.
Are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Keeping ourselves out of mischief. So as I said, I can't keep up with you. What are you up to, Rach? Where are you going now? I know you've been all over Southeast Asia, I think, in the last few months. Where's the next adventure?
Yeah, so I actually started volunteering sort of overseas probably about 12 years ago, starting in Asia, mainly Thailand, and then I started in India. So I've been to India a few times. And then this year, I was teaching in Beijing in China, which was interesting. So, my next trip is in 2 weeks. So we're going to Zimbabwe with Dogs for Wildlife. So basically they're a company, a charity that train dogs, mostly Malinois, to track poachers for the for the anti-poaching programs in Zimbabwe for
amazing
elephants. Yeah. So what I'll be doing, I'll be teaching the rangers and the dog handlers some basic canine first aid, but also life saving as well. So CPR. I was doing it again. It's just, it's still recording.
Still recording my side.
It keeps coming up with I'll just ignore it. It says you aren't being recorded, but it does say record.
Yeah.
Right, I'll just leave a gap.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so it's teaching the rangers, the dog handlers, some canine first aid, some basic first aid, but also some critical first aid. So, CPR, heat stroke, that kind of thing. But they're also teamed up with a local rescue centre as well. So there's a rescue centre that I'll be going into and doing some staff training. So there's about 400 cats and dogs there, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, staff training there. And I think we're just organising it at the moment. I think the local police as well, the police dog handlers are wanting some sessions as well. And not just first aid, they want some dog care and grooming, and I'm going to introduce sort of teeth cleaning and things like that.
Okay, fab.
Interesting. Yeah.
Brilliant. And tell us more about your canine workshops, your first aid workshops. How's that going? Because I know you were busy floating around the UK teaching people the important skills, dog owners need to have these days. How's that going?
Pretty good. I mean, I started, obviously, being a vet nurse. I've been a vet nurse for 27 years. So I actually started doing first aid training probably about 18, 20 years ago now. It actually started just doing some staff training with the local RSPCA practice, and it just snowballed and grew from there, really, to a point now where we've got a qualification, which I've helped write. I've co-written that with iPet Network. So basically, they really wanted to standardise and improve the quality of training courses for pet professionals. So I'm one of their consultants, really. So I'll have a look at some courses that they've written and make sure they're okay and give suggestions and what have you. Because right across the pet industry, there's just no standardization, and especially with first aid. I mean, the more pet owners we get trained, the better. Even if the courses are basic, it's absolutely fine. But my passion is making sure it's accurate. Like anything, there's poor quality courses out there, and I think when you're getting to teaching pet professionals, it should be that extra level. It should be that next level where pet professionals are challenged and they learn really accurate the things that are taught inaccurately in the moment, CPR and heat stroke as well, because the guide to actually book a tutor, not just me, book a tutor that's actually worked in veterinary practice or has a good a real perspective. I think it's quite difficult to teach CPR at a good level if you're not following the recover guidelines, which is the veterinary standard, or maybe you've not been in that situation. I think,
Yeah. I mean, it is a bit scary that you can have, a professional teaching an ordinary dog owner's skills, but they're not qualified themselves, to a certain level, as you said, that's a bit worrying, isn't it? So it's fantastic that you want to get the opportunity to teach these professionals more.
I'll always champion, vet professionals in this role, vet nurses and vets as well, because I think more people, more of us should be doing it, I think, because of the accuracy. Yeah.
Well, on that note, Rach, I mean, I can remember going back to the heat stroke topic. I'm sure it wasn't that long ago. Dog owners, we were told kind of don't soak the dog. If the dog looks as if he's got heat stroke, don't soak him, just because we were all scared, really. The dog would go into shock or something, weren't we? That was the fear. Yeah. But I've noticed lately there seems to be new kind of research on that coming out that, no, you can soak the dog.
Yeah, I think it's not new research. I mean, they've cooled horses for decades, and they've cooled humans for decades. It's just the dog thing seems to have stuck in these myths that if you rapid cool a dog, it's going to go into shock, and actually it doesn't. And this is why a lot of data was collected between UK vets and American vets who did a big data thing between 2016 and 2018, and from that data, then they really tried to push for the making it get rid of these old wives' tales, and it was really difficult. And they revisited in 2022, and it was apparent that these messages weren't getting across, and that's why 2-3 years ago it really hit social media, because somebody had to do something. And it's still, it's better this year than it was last year. There was a lot of resistance last year, a lot of opposing views. When I was posting things, people were saying, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, let's kill more." Getting better. If people are putting incorrect information now on social media, there's a barrage of people saying, "No, this is incorrect. This is incorrect." So yeah, there's two strap lines really that we're trying to get across to get rid of these myths. The first one is wet then vet. So owners, if they're worried that their dog is in heat stress or heat stroke, they should be wetting the dog before they set off. Basically, never turn up at a vet's with a dry dog if the dog is suffering from heat stress or heat stroke. You start the process before you set off. So you wet the dog, basically. Get the dog in the car with the AC on as cold as it'll go, because you need to establish evaporative cooling. That's what's going to cool the core temperature down. And the other one is rapid cooling saves lives. So cold water immersion. Just to follow up with that, the only dogs that you wouldn't cold immerse is elderly dogs, puppies, and any dog with a serious underlying health.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to get the core temperature down as cold as you possibly can. The shock thing, I think, came from, you do vasoconstrict. As soon as you put into cold water, you do go naturally like that. It's a vasoconstriction, but then it relaxes and vasodilates. So you don't go into shock. The dog's going to die of heat shock. So it's critical that you get the core temperature down, and rapid cold cooling.
Brilliant tips, which leads me to plug in our summer edition of Westies and Besties magazine, because Rachel is one of our fabulous health columnists. I don't know if you can see this in there. No, it's backwards, of course, but hold on a sec. Where's Rach? Oh, there she is.
Yeah, look.
Yeah. So you've given us our readers, some fabulous holiday tips here, Rach, one of which is what you just talked about, if the dog has heat stroke. But also there's some about the cuts and the stings. I mean, some of these I knew about, obviously. Others I was a bit, okay. The lost and found part, that kind of broke my heart a little bit when you put that tip in. I thought, oh my gosh, all these Westie owners are off on holiday, and then what happens if they actually lose their Westie? Yeah. The Westie runs off. They're stuck in a place that's unfamiliar to them. Oh, yeah, that's a bit heartbreaking, Rach.
Yeah. But it happens, doesn't it? Vets either get spooked because it doesn't know where it is, or you get a really confident dog that's like, no, I'm going to explore on my own. Thanks very much.
which sounds like a little Westie, to be fair. They're so independent, off they go.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, Westie owners should get in touch with the vet before they travel to the area. Is that the best solution for that?
Yeah.
And obviously to check their chip and everything is up to date, all the details.
Yeah, find out which vets are in the area, and also the out of hours vet as well, because things can happen suddenly as it can humans. Or having access to a vet, and adds to the panic if you've got to spend another 5-10 minutes searching the internet for the local vet. But if you've already got it in place, then it just it makes the journey a little bit less stressful. Yeah,
sure. So going back to the charity work that you do, you're connected to a lot of UK charities as well, aren't you, for dogs, for animals? Tell us about some of those and the work you've been doing, well, for years now, I think.
Yeah, I'm connected with Street Paws. So I help with homeless and vulnerable people when they've got dogs or any pets. So what Street Paws does is they provide veterinary treatment and emergency treatment for these people and their dogs. So it's like a referral system. So we have vets on board like PDSA. So we do a referral system. So if the dog, is in any situation, or cat, we've got a few cats as well, we refer them and we pay the bill if it's an emergency. But also we make sure that they're microchipped. And we also have what's called the Dog Champion Scheme. So the Dog Champion Scheme, basically what that is, we prepare hostels to make sure they're dog friendly. So they had a bit of a pilot scheme in Manchester during COVID, and we managed to convert 14 hostels to dog friendly.
Oh, that's amazing.
Training, and because part of it is because people well, so they know how to help the dogs integrate or not integrate if they're aggressive, etc. And these people, they'll not be separated from the dogs. In the winter, it's problematic in the winter because if they can't get into shelter overnight, they will not be separated from the dog, and so they'll be sleeping out. So it's really to alleviate that as well. Yeah,
it's such an amazing charity.
Yeah.
And the volunteers there, I think they do an amazing job. We've been a fan of Street Paws for a long time. It's just heartbreaking, isn't it? That just like anybody else, dog lovers don't want to leave their dogs, and they would rather face the cold winters rather than leave their best friend.
Yeah.
How loyal is that? I mean, surely it's time things change there. I mean, has the government stepped in to help Street Paws a lot here, or they could be doing a little bit more to help them?
A bit more, yeah.
Yeah, a lot more, I imagine. It's kind of old-fashioned, isn't it? That, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's a lot more complicated than I'm saying, but nevertheless, in 2025, you'd expect that we'd have these facilities up and running across Britain. Yeah. Okay, well done, Rach. That's fab. So if our audience wants to help you and help Street Paws and all these wonderful organisations, what can they do, Rach? What's the best way? Is it donations? Is it giving their time?
Yeah, donations is best. And also time as well, especially with Street Paws. We do need people to volunteer just to drop food off at the hostels, or just drop in and see how people are, see if there's any new dogs in there, see if they need harnesses or collars and things like that. We always need people on the ground to do that, definitely. And spread the word, spread the word about the work.
Yeah, fab. So when are you off to, when are you off to India? Is that soon?
India's not got any plans for India at the moment. It's Zimbabwe I'm off to in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Potentially next January, we're off to Sri Lanka because a friend of mine is raising money. We do need some donations for that. Actually, we're doing a £6,000 for that. I think we've got 2 and a bit at the moment, so it's going to cost £6,000 to run a 5-day neutering program. So I'm going to be one of the nurses on that. I'm going to be helping with that. So I'm going to fly out there. If we raise the money, we should do it, but we need some donations. And we should neuter probably. In a day, you can probably neuter anywhere between 30 and 40 animals, so cats and dogs. So it's quite hard work for 5 days, but it's certainly going to be worth it. Yeah.
Wow. And on that controversial topic at times, neutering, in your opinion, because we have this in the Westie forums all the time, what's the best age to neuter a dog?
Right. Well, it's a bit of an open-ended question, really, and actually, people do have to do the research and make a decision themselves. Because actually, the only person that can make that clinical decision is a veterinary surgeon. So I can't actually answer that clinically. But do your research. Personally, I'm a fan of later neutering. I think dogs do need to mature physically and mentally as well. So, for example, my Labrador, Chili, was done at 2. Just let everything develop. But then, it depends on the dynamics of your household. You might have multiple dogs, which might be causing a problem, etc. So I think case by case, to be honest. Yeah.
Sure. Was that Chili in the background then,
No,
squeaking the toys?
That's my cat. That's Jelly Bean. Yes. Jelly. Yes. He's 16 now, so he's.
We're still having fun by the sounds of it.
Yeah, he's just getting. I think he's getting a little bit of sort of senile wowling. Yes. he's doing all right. Yeah.
Fab. Oh, well, thanks so much, Rach. That is great.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So we look forward to hearing, what happens on your adventures the next few weeks. Keep us posted.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you in the magazine for the next column. I'm sure I'll be sending you more emails again.
Yes.
You'll be on a flight somewhere shooting off, no doubt.
I'll send you some pictures. Yeah. Take my camera. Yeah.
Brilliant. And be sure to keep us posted on the different links that we can put it on the Westies and Besties Facebook page.
Definitely.
Yeah, so people know where to donate if they want to do that.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that'd be really good. Thank you.
Fabulous. Okay, thanks a lot, Rach. Right. We'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, we'll speak to you soon. See you.
Thanks. See ya. Bye. We hope you enjoyed this latest episode of the Westies and Besties podcast. A huge thank you to Rachel Bean for joining us and sharing her amazing charity work, travels and dog health tips. Don't forget to subscribe, like and leave us a comment, and tune in for the next episode for more Westie fun, advice and stories.